already fucked myself up before, and came up to Punch Bowl after, and nobody knew. Because
You got dreads.
exactly.
Oh yeah, of course, but we are in Atlanta. We ain't even seen the playoffs since 2017. So it's all right. I'm a down this hill.
I was gonna say, well, you didn't have to get specific.
Let me do that.
Oh, we all supposed to clap?
Huh?
We all supposed to clap?
No. That's how long.
So he know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but just wait, hold on. Just try to hold the mic. Try not to hold it around the rim. Pause. Because it'll start effing up. But yeah, so just try to hold it more towards
The body.
Okay.
and just remember to speak into it.
Yes, got you.
Yeah, okay, huge difference.
I was about to say, how does it sound?
It's like a huge difference when you
Yeah,
speak into the
yeah,
mic.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so got my man DeCoven.
Yo.
My man Wes here.
Nope.
What's going on? Hey, this has been a long time.
I was about to say.
Yeah, but you know how niggas are. Niggas in the group chat, we gotta get shit together.
In
Yeah.
life
Takes a while.
happens.
How y'all doing?
Doing well, man. How you doing?
Bro, I'm good, man. I'm enjoying the hell out of fatherhood. Let's say that.
Okay.
Woo! Cue the applause sound effect. I'm enjoying the hell out of fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? Things are going smooth, bro. I'm take care of kids.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wes, how are you?
Every day is a blessed day. You know what I mean? You make it what it is. I was about to say, so as long as, you know what I mean, happiness is what you label it.
Okay. Got deep immediately. Pause.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Okay.
You know the whole. Let's just talk. We don't gotta say pause. We know anything like that. You know, you can't have conversations no more. You can't say nothing like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, I'm on the way, yeah, I'm coming. You coming? Whoa, pause, bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I just think it's so funny how prevalent it's becoming the last couple of years.
Bro,
I
can't
love
say anything. We all finna go to the spot. Who driving? Oh, I'm gonna drive. Oh, can I ride with you? Can you ride me? Whoa, pause, whoa, bro. Can we just talk?
Hey, shout out Gus Johnson had the original pause
Yeah.
when he was talking to Spike Lee back in like 2006, talking about the Knicks. So shout out Gus Johnson.
And I think that the pause is great. Don't get me wrong. It's just, once again, everything in life is balance. It's been overused now at this point.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Bro, it's so bad. It's so bad.
All right, so some quick hitters. Dogs or cats?
I've been around more cats lately than dogs. I'ma still go dog, but cats get a bad rep.
Thank you.
Cats get a bad rep.
Thank you. For
Love
saying that.
cats.
Thank you
bro.
for saying that.
Love cats. They get a bad rep. Okay, they're just more so like people. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm mess with you when I mess with you. When I don't feel like when I need my space, I need my space.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get off me.
Yeah, they're roommates, not pets.
I was
Right.
about to say, I feel like cats are great because it's definitely like not how they take care of themselves. It's like they have their own structure of life. Dogs are way more dependent, and
Yeah.
dogs can get into anything, literally.
And if you go on vacation for 2 or 3 days, if you leave a cat enough litter, water, and food and space, he will thrive. You leave a dog alone for 3 days,
Your house is torn up.
your house is torn up and he may die.
He didn't.
I was about
Yeah,
to say
he
that
didn't
shit.
ate the chairs.
I think
The
dogs
trash
are more
can.
beautiful though, and like a dog, like as in like the things that you do with a dog, going to the park and stuff is nice. That's what, like you said, cats are simple. I feel like it's dependent upon the person.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
But see, when I'm sorry, go ahead.
My bad. Yeah, you can't take your cat to the park and toss the frisbee around. Like,
Well, I know one person who can. We all do.
Okay.
Shout out to Dimitri.
oh, yeah. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. But like once again, you can make it whatever you want to make it.
Yeah. You got more of a chance of the cat throwing the frisbee for you to go and catch.
Yeah. but also when I think about cats, I don't just think about like domesticated house cats. I think about
The big cats,
big
tigers, and
cats.
them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think sometimes like especially like when it comes to men, not y'all, but I'm just saying men be dogs. I'm like, what about the big cats? Who's the king of the jungle? You know?
See, but cats are crazy. I was about to say, you go from cougars to this and that, leopards. They get real fast. But that's what I'm saying. Cats are so particular. Even like the bigger cats,
Love a
from a
cougar.
tiger.
That's why I find it. They're so majestic, yo.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Them niggas can jump, them niggas can run. Yeah, they're stealthy. Yeah, man. I love
I
them.
remember I seen a video recently, and there was a guy who was at the zoo, and there was a lion, of course, you know, on the other side of the glass, whatever, and he was like running back and forth, like trying to see if he could like shake the lion.
Oh yeah, bro. I saw it. Terrifying.
You can't shake no
Athletes,
lion,
yeah.
like yeah. Well, he was an ex. They labeled him an ex college running back, but I mean this guy was clearly like in like his like 40s or something now.
Yeah, but his agility.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like nah. If you, as much as you know, even as a man, you know, we're a little prideful. If you ask, 9 times out of 10, if you ask a man if he feel like he can beat a bear in a fight, he's gonna say yes.
Well, nigga, I'm one of the one. I know I can.
Yeah.
But boy, when you actually line it up and look at that, it's like, nah, you come face to face with a lion, you gotta hope that he ate already.
Oh yeah,
Man, there is no hope. I was about to say like you gotta hope that it's good energy.
You
in the
gotta
air.
hope he's full.
I was gonna say.
you're fried.
Okay,
That's a wrap.
let me ask y'all this: what is the most terrifying animal in the world to y'all?
Snakes. Snakes. A snake was the first villain in the Bible. So, I'm not.
You stupid.
I can't. They're just like I just can't. I can't look at a snake and be like. I can see videos of people with who grew up and raised the lions, and like we're buddies. Cool. I can see the videos of people who raised the bear. Okay, they leave for 7 years, go back. The bear recognize them, all that stuff. It don't matter how long you own that snake. If it get the chance, it's gonna eat you. It's gonna eat you. There was a I can't remember how long ago it was. I heard this story forever ago, but it was a lady, and the lady had a pet snake. I can't remember exactly what kind of snake it was, but it was one of those snakes where give it enough time, no matter how big you are, it'll get you in there. Okay. Yeah. So the lady had this pet snake, and she used to sleep next to the snake. Like she would just let the snake just be out and about.
Is
all
this
the time.
going where I think it's going?
Right. Almost. Okay.
Man.
So the lady, for a really long time, the snake wouldn't eat. It didn't move around for a long time. None of that stuff. But it still slept next to her. So after enough time passed, the lady takes the snake to the vet, and she's like, he won't eat. He still sleeps next to me, and everything is okay. But I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he won't eat. And it was real. The snake got real clingy. It was just being around her a lot more often than usual, right? So the vet tells her, it's great that you brought the snake in, and she's like, okay, okay, well, I thought so. I thought something was wrong with him. Like, what's the problem? What happened? He's like, well, there's nothing wrong with him. Your snake was planning to eat you.
Oh my heavens!
Yeah.
The
reason that the snake stopped eating was to start making space in his stomach.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
For her. And the reason that he was sleeping next to her was to measure how much space he needed in his stomach for him to get all of her inside of him.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what doesn't make sense to me about snakes. Their bodies can contort, or they literally can make themselves able to eat anything, any size, but it takes time.
Because you see a lion, if that lion is hungry, we're gonna get straight to the point. Yeah. You're getting your 8. You're that snake.
Make you
that snake was plotting on his owner for months, looking at you every day, ooh, we almost there. We almost there. It's almost that time.
The craziest part is that he has to think and power up to be able to do that, though. Because I don't know.
To even have the intelligence to be I almost got enough space. We almost there. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Your lunch. Yeah, snakes. That's my pick. I'll never change it.
It's hard to conceive them being able to do that. That's what I'm saying. Do we count in aquatic creatures?
Yeah, just animals.
Yeah, I'm gonna go jellyfish. Simply because they don't die. Also,
You can't kill a jellyfish?
No,
they don't die. If they don't have natural deaths.
There's there's a certain type of jellyfish. I got a jellyfish tattoo on my calf for this. They can regenerate their cells.
His calf muscle can never die.
The whole the reason why we die is because our cells have an expiration date. Their cells don't expire.
Yeah, they regenerate them. They can live forever.
So, but also like,
Crazy.
yeah, it's weird. I was gonna say you should do your research, but also
Crazy.
like everything on Earth can be usually like retraced, or there's some type of like like DNA cousin or blah blah blah. That's the only thing on Earth that has no relation to
Shit,
anything
it's
else.
It's always been them. So.
No, it's like someone dropped the jellyfish on Earth, like because like they don't relate to any
God
other
did.
animal.
Amen.
Literally,
Hallelujah.
that's what I'm saying. So not only can they regenerate, and obviously like they're like they can live outside of the water too. It's weird.
Really?
Well, not for long, but they don't need water.
They just choose to be down there.
No, that's
I mean, that's
is
their natural,
yeah.
but like they don't have to. Like if a jellyfish one day was like, "Let me see what's going on up here," they just pop. But can they move around on land?
I don't know. All I know is the
I know that you can keep one. It doesn't have to live under the water.
You can keep one.
Like, keep
is it
in
legal to
some-
own a jellyfish?
That's a good question.
I was gonna say that sounds like some
I
Australian
think
shit.
I think it being illegal to own certain animals is weird though. You know it's illegal to own a hedgehog in Georgia?
Wait. You don't think that's weird?
Not like weird like we can domesticate dogs. We can domesticate a cat, right? But it's just the ones that they pick that they're like, hey, you can't do that. Like I said, like to own a pet, to have a pet hedgehog,
Oh,
you can't have a pet hedgehog in Georgia. Like if the law finds out you have a pet hedgehog in Georgia, you're gonna get in trouble.
really? Are they like dangerous?
No, they just float in water on their backs like they're adorable.
They got nails, maybe.
They're
nails.
hedgehogs. They have quills.
Yeah.
Are they like close to extinction?
Not that I've heard.
Oh wow.
But Georgia has a whole bunch of stupid laws that don't make sense. You like the ice cream in your back pocket law? Y'all ever heard about that?
That's a thing.
It's illegal in Georgia. You can look it up too. It's illegal in Georgia to have ice cream in your back pocket on a Sunday.
Well, like, is it illegal to have a Sunday in your back pocket? But seriously though?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, but I was about to. It's a couple laws that I figured out in Georgia to where like we kind of like do these things on an everyday. Like I don't want to say that the example that I have, but a lot of things that we do on our
Are you talking
everyday.
about oral sex?
Yeah, that one too.
Right. That was illegal in North Carolina at one point. I don't know if it's still.
Yeah.
That's illegal?
It's called sodomy, actually.
I was thinking about bringing it up, but I didn't have the courage to.
Lock me
I was
up.
gonna say, it's here now. I was gonna say, but yeah, I was about to say, like, even no matter what, if you could be in your home, you could be anywhere to where it's like a private or you're a secluded place, like it doesn't have to be public. If they can prove that you, like he said, have done that or exchanged anything like that to where it's like on camera, you can be charged in the state of Georgia.
In other words, don't do OnlyFans in Georgia, guys.
But
That's
see,
proof.
like that's what I'm saying. That's the funniest thing to me, to where like you have to literally be caught in the act, like a seatbelt.
Oh, somebody has to actually walk in, like the officer got to walk in and see.
But like also if it's reported,
see you
though.
in the act.
But if it's also reported.
But if it gets reported, it's not really getting caught in the act.
Well, I guess.
Because then, by the time we come back, I mean, at least if they good at what they doing, it'll probably be done by then. By the time somebody show up.
I don't know. I was gonna say, like I said, but like the situation I was talking about, it was past.
He was about to say.
No, the situation I was talking
The
about,
situation I'm in.
she brought that completely up a long time after, so it has nothing to do with that.
Sorry. That's crazy though.
My biggest fear is Komodo dragons.
That's a good one, actually. I don't like any type of lizard, any type of reptilian.
Komodo dragons are terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying. Because they don't kill you; they just start eating you. Like they'll just eat. They'll start eating your ankles, your ass, and everything. Like a lot of animals, they kill you and then eat you. They just start eating you, and then bitches move. Terrifying. Take a deep dive if you've never taken a deep dive on YouTube or something. Komodo dragons, man, terrifying animals.
I was gonna say I don't know much.
They
but
get
I
pretty
know
big
about
too.
Yeah,
Like
bruh.
they get.
Yes,
they
they're like
get-
dinosaurs.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
They got Dragon. Dragon is their last name. I'm not fucking
exactly,
with that.
and they got venom in their shit.
I was about to say anything
Oh, yeah.
reptilian, keep it away from me.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the snakes. I can't. Maybe I saw Anaconda too early in life.
Snakes are weird because like how is that humanly or not humanly, but like how is that even like the matter is possible to where he can eat something 10 times his size and then digest it and just runs out of his body?
See, I have a theory on that. I feel like everything on Earth. Okay, I feel like everything on Earth is basically a physical manifestation a numerical property. Since there are an infinite amount of numbers, I feel like basically everything is just a huge number data pool. And so things like snakes, animals, humans, these different species, they're basically like examples of numbers. Because like how you said, like how can something maybe like take something and like something that is standing something toward its body, take something out of it. I think about something like the number 3. You know, how the number 3 can like divide into like huge numbers. I don't know. It's weird shit, but I feel like basically like everything is like just like this fractal reflection of like all these numerical properties just like weirdly like demonstrate themselves. Had to get that off.
I think
I can see that.
Yeah, but I think that kind of because it adds logic to it. You know, I think that like one, I don't believe in coincidences. Okay. In a world where to be able to be somebody who says everything happens for a reason and say you believe in coincidences, that don't work because those two things contradict each other. Because a coincidence is something that just happened by chance. Right. Just happened by chance means that it wasn't planned. But if everything happens for a reason, how could that be, right? So I think that when you put it together like that, I think that it, you know, because math makes sense. You put this number together, you put this number together, this is the result that you get. And for us to not know all these multiple income or outcomes, I mean, for all of these situations, it's like when people say that like they're an overthinker, a lot of the time I don't believe that because when you like, it's like, okay, what's the scope of being an overthinker? Like, are you saying like, I'm a overthinker? Like, I think that for my birthday next week, you know, something might go wrong. That's not what that is. An overthinker is, before I got up to come out here, I thought about hundreds and hundreds of different scenarios of stuff that might have happened on the way here. And, you know, what was I doing? I was calculating. You calculate with numbers. So I feel that. You kind of put into words something that's kind of been in the back of my head for a little minute.
Okay. At first I thought you were disagreeing. I'm like, okay.
Oh, nah.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, we here. Bless you.
Appreciate it.
But I feel like even the things that like miraculous, because you brought up like basically numbers being able to be proved, you know. Mm-hmm. I also look at things like irrational numbers, like pi, you know, and numbers that literally never end, you know, and they're literally irrational, you know, and I don't know, like I feel like those are like the numerical examples of like miracles. And like, you know, and that's like when God really starts coming into play in my mind, in my number world, because it's like, all right, I look at pi. I gotta get this off. All right, give me
what you do. Go ahead.
Give me like 63 seconds. All right,
no, we good.
If you think about pi, all right, pi is the fucking
3, 1, 4, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got it tatted on me. First 20.
20 of them?
He's not lying, is there? Is there?
Yeah. But what's it called? Circumference divided by radius. I mean, divided by
the full one.
Yeah.
What's the full one?
Yeah, the radius. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Circumference is the whole.
Yeah, divided by the. Yeah. And so, if you think about pi, so pi is technically. Wait. Okay, sorry, the mic was messing up. Pi is technically an irrational number. Because like I said, it never ends. Even as we're still talking, new numbers are being created in pi. Because it doesn't end. Keep it growing. So, pi is technically not tangible. I can't give y'all a pi amount of anything.
Yes.
However, if you draw a perfect circle, pi is present.
Yes.
I feel like that's like God. It's like you have this infinite, intangible, you can't touch, you can't fathom, but you know it's there type of thing when you bring the physical reality into it. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate y'all letting me get that off. I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah, like, to get back to, I guess, to the animals, I feel like when you throw in all the examples of numbers, I feel like animals and stuff, it's examples of all those numbers. Just it's like since they're a concept in an invisible world, like numbers are kind of like they're like a real thing, but they're not a real thing. I feel like they have to like show up. It has to be proven, and I feel like that's what everything in life is.
Yeah, I kind of think it's
I like
like
that.
like the duality of it. Like I don't know, it's like life like craves balance. And it's weird because, like you said, it's like certain things that like you can see it, but it's not fully there, which is like weird because it's like it's disconnected, but it's there, but it's not. I don't know. I feel like a lot of things in life is like that, and like especially like numbers are infinite; it'll never stop. So like when you try to quantify these things, there is no end to it. You know what I mean? It's like you're chasing something that can never end. So like that's kind of like I feel like a part of the journey to where like you pull back. I don't know. Everything has a pullback. I don't know. Everything retraces at some point. It has to.
Like full circle type of thing. Pun intended.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more like mathematical, like charts and stuff, like graphs. But like still that too. Like I don't know. I feel like even like with like stories and stuff. Whenever you go through some type of job or whatever, you can get to like a peak, but like you always crave something that you've had in the past. And it's like you quantify it because we quantify these things with time and this and that, and we remember them in that like vortex in my mind. You know what I mean? Like I can still be here in that moment in my head. But like I don't know. I feel like it's such a it's not even like it's more of what I give energy.
I think a lot of people get stuck there too. I think that it's just going off of like the way that you read it, the way that you put it together of like quantifying things is like, you know, being here and still thinking about this and wanting that. It brought something up because I actually had like somebody like random hit me up on Instagram recently and just kind of just like start telling me about like some, you know, some stuff that he had going on and, you know, like some, you know, just he's going through some stuff and
Right.
you know, it was a post that somebody made. It was just talking about men's mental health and black men and all that stuff. And, you know, I commented and said something along the lines of, you know, love all y'all. I'd rather you hit me up as a stranger to talk than not talk to anybody at all.
Right.
Right. So I guess he saw it.
That nigga took it to heart.
Yeah, yeah. And
You offered.
Yeah, and the offer stands. So I've been talking to him since then too. It was a couple of days ago, but it's just because that was going on and you brought that up, bro. It's the whole easier said than done. Like a lot of people don't like to hear it because it's like, you know, a lot of times that's just a situation that you end up in. I think that you shouldn't put so much effort into the whole, oh, your future's ahead of you, keep your head. Like a lot of people is like, oh, looking back is a bad thing. It's the point I'm trying to make my way to, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people feel like looking back into the past, like it's a bad thing. Like you shouldn't turn around and look back and blah. But at the same time, like you kind of got to remember where you came from.
See,
You know, my bad, go ahead.
no, go ahead. No.
I posted a video recently on Instagram talking about, matter of fact, when I made Twitch affiliate, talking about like celebrating like your small wins because, you know, those are the stepping stones that it takes for you to get to where it is you're trying to get to. Right. And if you don't celebrate those small wins and you just focusing on that one big goal, it's however far down the road, it's like, it's going to feel like you're never going to get there. Right. So the example that I used was imagine you're running a marathon, right? Imagine you're running in a marathon. Imagine you're running in a 100-mile marathon, right? And as soon as you start, there's no checkpoints. There's no checkpoints. There's nothing that's telling you how far you've ran. The only checkpoint you're gonna get is the finish line at this 100-mile mark.
Yeah.
You know how long you know how long it's gonna take you to run 100 miles?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what it'll do to your psyche to not know how far you've been running.
They only have that one goal.
It's so many people who are not going to be able to finish that race. But if I run 10 miles and I get a checkpoint, boom, congrats, you hit 10 miles. Okay, cool. Now I know. Now I can formulate. Okay, now I can break it down and just do it step by step instead of just focusing on doing the whole 100. Okay, cool. I just finished 10 miles. Okay, let me focus on the next 10. Just do it how I just did this last 10. Go and focus on the next 10. Now you get to 20. When you do that 2 more times, you get to 40. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I'm tired. I got 60 more miles to go. I just did 40. Okay, cool. Let me see what I feel like when I get to 50. You get to 50, next checkpoint. Okay, I'm halfway there. Damn, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you run 100 miles, that shit going to be. Yeah. Right? This is just, this is an example. So it's like, but imagine trying to run 50 miles with no checkpoint.
Yeah.
You kind of like, it's like communicating, like trying to get somewhere without a plan. You know what I mean? Like you want to be a millionaire, but you don't. You got to have them landmarks. Like if you don't,
exactly.
But like, see, that also takes me back to like, it's okay. So like, we can all agree that we're blank slates. Like when we come into this world, you know what I mean? So like, we do like. We know that these emotions and stuff are real, you know what I mean, like desires and blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, we can all agree that everything we know is either learned or taught. You know what I mean? Like, I know I don't care about money. You know what I mean? Like the actual physical money, or even like there is no like total that I want to get, but there's things I inspire to get. Those aspirations didn't just come from me. But like even when it's like I just want to live in a nice neighborhood. You know what I mean? That aspiration didn't come from just my soul or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it was a learned aspiration, or it's a learned to where this neighborhood is safer or whatever. This neighborhood could cultivate a family, and like I do believe like stuff like how they say like it takes a village to raise a family or blah blah blah. So I do believe in like environment, but at the same time, what can we, the intangible, can we quantify is you, your spirit, your soul? Because like at the end of the day, the language we speak, these numbers that we know, all these things, it takes time for us to come to these conclusions. So like, I guess that's more of, is this all a just factor of what we know, or is it more of a bind? You know what I mean? Like my spirit was my spirit, and I've went through these things, and now I want to do X, Y, Z. Or I want to help. Like, you know what I mean? Are you naturally helpful? Or is that because you're your best friend and used to help everybody?
I'm helpful because I watched Smallville all the way through as a small child.
What's Smallville? I remember that show, but I don't remember that show.
It's the story of Clark Kent before he became Superman.
Oh,
like,
really?
It was him like in high school all the way up to actually putting on the cape. The show actually ends in the final season with him getting the suit.
Well,
Spoil. He spoiled the hell out of it.
damn.
But even if you did, that part is actually a very small thing. It's a very small thing that happens at the end. Like that's the end, but the stuff that actually happens in the last episode has nothing to do with that.
Well, I never.
It's just like the last. That's just like the final like scene.
So it's a DC show.
It is.
Bro, I never knew that.
Yeah, it came out like forever ago. Like I watched Smallville as a child, and the show came out like probably before, like way before then.
Yeah, I remember Smallville. Like I feel like that was like, yeah, like maybe like middle school, high school. Yeah, for me.
Okay.
But you're 26, right?
Yes.
Wes, you're 24. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we're not that far apart.
Once again, and that's another thing. Everything.
Wait, because you're
34.
34.
See, remember we also had this conversation.
You still really don't look like it.
Yeah, for sure though.
like in the face. Like if I didn't know you and I met you, I'd be like, oh, he's like 27, 26.
Okay.
Like
What would you consider a generation?
how you mean?
I guess the quantifying of the numbers.
How would I?
What would you say is the cutoff? Complete like 5 years, 10 years.
Maybe a decade.
Oh, yeah,
See, I said that
give
at
it a
first,
decade.
but and then when we had the conversation, I can see how you can say that's too long. But at the same time, it's like because like I think of them as people having groups and sets of kids for that next generation.
I would say, okay. I would say, okay, the farthest I would go is a decade. The minimum I would go, if we wouldn't have been in high school together, that's a different generation. So, like, if your freshman year started the year after I already graduated high school, that's a different generation than when I am. That's the shortest amount of time that I'll go.
Dang, I would go 6 years. I would say if it wasn't possible for us to be in the elementary school together.
Or if we didn't
got-
cross over one time.
Because you got,
Okay.
well, I guess that'd be 5 years. I'd
Yeah.
say, well, a generation. Because he,
I was about to say, so if you're 20.
because then
and
it's
you're-
like, okay, so if I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, and like I'm just saying, your older brother is 26. That's still the same generation.
okay,
we
well,
grew
could,
up together.
We could actually, because you're 24, I'm 34. So let me ask you this, like, nigga. Nigga!
He got something to say.
Yeah, he want to be a part of the
He got something to
conversation.
say.
Sorry about that, y'all. So what's like your like first sports prominent memory? We can start there. I feel like this is we can.
The biggest first prominent one.
That's a great question. I think my biggest first one to where like I was like, oh, this is something is when LeBron went to the finals. Is that 2008?
Against the Spurs, 2007.
Yeah, he got swept.
Okay, and I'll ask you too. 'Cause shit, you 26. Yeah. What's your first prominent nigga?
The only reason I say that though is because like Bron was like such a big thing. You know what I mean? Everyone would talk about him everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like I was really more of a LeBron hater at that time, in my opinion. Not like a hater, but it was more of everyone talked about him all the time. I was sick of hearing about him. So like I feel like that was like a nexus point for me.
I think I'm gonna go to Cardinals and Steelers Super Bowl.
You know what's crazy? I swear.
What year is that?
Bruh, I swear I knew. I don't know why. I knew you. I knew you were gonna go like 2006 to 2008. So, I knew. Bruh, I knew it. It was either gonna be Devin Hester or it's gonna be Santonio Holmes. It was Santonio.
Yeah,
Hey, Kurt Warner balled that game, and no one talks about
I'm
it.
gonna go Steelers and Cardinals because I also wasn't really like super into sports as a kid neither. But for whatever reason, I remember that Super Bowl being a big one, and I remember that was my first time really like watching that Steelers defense. Like, and I remember one of the thoughts I remember having as a kid then was, "Oh, those guys are strong." Goodness gracious. Yeah, that was insane. And then looking at the safety and being like, dang, that guy has a whole lot of hair.
Oh, word. Oh, Troy.
Yep.
Wait.
No, go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Well, so what was the first Super Bowl y'all watched? Let's start there. I think
Start to finish.
Well, what's the first Super Bowl you remember? Let me say that. Because I know mine.
I'm gonna go Cardinals and Steelers.
Okay.
Saints Colts. No.
Okay.
I was just I'm not really watching the game at that point. I was gonna say I remember going to that party though.
Like I wasn't really into sports
I was
like
gonna
that.
say yeah, like I didn't really get into it till around that time. Like I remember that game vividly. James Harrison running it back and everything.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Love
game.
James Harrison.
That's what I'm saying. That game was amazing.
Yeah.
Love James
It's great. I was at work. I was working.
My favorite linebackers of all time.
Dang. The first Super Bowl I remember was 99. Falcons, Broncos.
When they blew it, right?
Well, John Elway just being John Elway. Because I remember my first favorite player was Jamal Anderson doing the Dirty Bird. And I was 7 years old. Cause my sister, she's 4 years older than me, so she used to do the Dirty Bird around the house. That was when Randy Moss I think he was a rookie that year. He was killing it with the Vikings. But yeah, that's like my first. But I was huge on sports though. Huge.
And see, the biggest difference is that I was born that year.
What, 99?
Yes.
Oh, well, damn.
See, but like at the same time, like it is a gap.
October 19th, 99.
But I feel like we grow up on the same things, some of the same like principles. Like like a baby boomer and their principles are different. You know what I mean? That's why I say like what would you really consider a generation to where it completely shifts in like not like morality, but like principles and like like how like before the 90s, how big nationalism was or pushed and stuff like that.
Okay, that's
You
a
know
good
what I mean?
question. I'm sorry, good.
Nah, that was it.
I feel like you and I grew I feel like I grew up on different principles than y'all. For some reason, Dakota, I feel like you and I are a little closer in age than I don't know, but y'all only have a 2-year age difference. But like,
I was just saying we
because
the same age.
because the biggest thing with us with everybody was the internet. Because I can vividly remember when having a personal computer in your house was not even a thing.
I still remember when YouTube started.
Yeah, oh, vividly. Yeah, chocolate rain.
Yeah. Oh.
If you don't,
Chocolate rain.
Y'all are stupid. Niggas is
chocolate
stupid.
rain, unforgivable, and Soldier Boy. The I
Oh,
fight that
Soulja
was
Boy
that
for
was
sure.
that was
Soldier Boy broke the barrier.
I will
for
never
sure.
forget that.
He broke the barrier.
and that's why. Let me say this on camera. No Soldier Boy slander or Bow Wow. Shad Moss.
Damn, Shad Moss.
will ever be tolerated. In
Calvin
my house
Cambridge.
because they did so much for culture.
Yes.
Tell me
For
the
real.
tell me the phone number you'll never forget.
Bro, it,
Soulja Boy.
678-09. Wait,
You know it.
well, because I
You gotta
just
sing the song a little bit.
well, because I just heard I saw a video where they were asking Mike Jones' phone number, and so now I got his phone number in my head. 281-330-800 phone.
so let me ask y'all this.
678-999.
999. Okay, I was.
999-8212. I'll never forget that number for my entire life. I'll never forget.
So I will agree with you that that's like a big point or whatever you can call it, like a turning point. Because like you said, I remember from ever since I was 5 years old, I had a PS2 controller in my hand, and also when I got to like 6, 7, is when I would play fucking. What's the name of that
B,
game?
don't do that no more.
I'm sorry.
That was stupid. What's the game?
I'm sorry. I know everyone's sick of it, and I just got on the wave like an old ass.
I was about to say the energy you just had to do it.
And it's like I didn't see it fully. I just saw the hand
I
go
saw
up
it completely.
out my peripheral like this. I'm like, bro, no. We put
Pinball.
put it away. We gotta put it away.
But like, or even like.
Oh,
like toys. You know what I mean? Kids these days do not grow up with toys. I remember when Toys R Us, places like that, to where it's a literal business to sell to kids toys. The internet has destroyed
I miss
that.
Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Well, hey,
stuff like
side
that
note,
too.
Have y'all ever do a deep dive on why Toys R Us went out of business and in their connection to Amazon? Crazy,
Nah, I didn't know that.
bruh.
Amazon did change the world.
Bruh, crazy.
Oh, we're
Bro,
gonna
that
take
shit
that
is
out.
so interesting, man.
Check that
Because once again, just came across that video probably 2 weeks ago. Somebody was like, "Oh, I miss Toys R Us. What happened?" And then I don't want to misquote a bunch of shit, but yeah, just type in Toys R Us. What happened? Amazon.
Look it up. Remember Walmart used to have the fish tanks?
Growing up, and I'm thankful for this. We didn't really go to Walmart a lot, man. We weren't really a Walmart family. And as I became an adult, Walmart gives me anxiety. I know this has nothing to do with the fish tanks. I'm sorry.
You could.
But I've been waiting to get this PSA off. Walmart gives me so much anxiety, and I don't know. I don't know why. But every time I go in Walmart, I treat Walmart like I treat dogs. Y'all know. Twice a year, if
If you can help it.
Wait, so where's your primary shop place? Publix?
So there's this place called Lidl now.
I thought it was Lidl.
Yeah, of course you did. You're black.
I was gonna say you just put a little bit of Negro on it. That's all you did.
Put some Bob in it. It's okay. It's all right. Put some Bob in it.
That nigga think it's an Atlanta-based store. That is a
Some Bob
European-based
in it.
store.
I don't know. I don't know the Europeans.
Nah,
Oh shit! I guess I probably do.
Lidl. I used to shop.
Lydell, my boy. What up?
That nigga from Florida.
I used to be
Literally.
a Target nigga, but
Ew.
it was kind of frowned. It caught a bad rap with the black community.
But
then
you-
I had to put my
But
head down.
we had like Food Lion and stuff too.
What you know about food? That was my first
Bro,
job.
I know.
Bro, my parents.
know
met
you
at-
know
about Food Line?
Nigga, my parents.
Food Lion.
My parents met at Food Line. Shout out Food Line. My sister got me my first job at Food Line. She was a manager. Shout out Food Line.
I remember Piggly Wiggly.
That's what I'm seeing.
was one thing for a while.
I feel like he's like in between.
That's where the cutoff was. It was
Yeah, because you ever seen a Food Line, Wes?
But also don't forget,
no.
I'm a northerner, so
yeah, he from Detroit.
I was gonna
Oh, yeah,
say
true.
so like Meyer and stuff is up there.
Y'all got the Lions up there. It was a joke because Food Lion. And
Yeah, I was
Detroit
gonna say. Okay.
Yo, so being from Detroit, y'all still say what up though?
Nigga, yes.
Okay,
What? I was gonna say, I
no.
hear what up, though. I look around like Spider-Man. So, it's like, who said it?
Yo, Detroit niggas, you know, one thing I love about y'all are so like,
My granddad from Detroit.
I feel like y'all are so like just unique, like, and y'all don't have, in my opinion, there's nothing like super Detroit about anybody, but you just know a Detroit nigga when you know him, because y'all are just like, I feel like y'all make cars and just go about your day.
Special breed of
It's like
niggas, I will say that.
It's
for
like
sure.
knowing. It's like knowing that somebody's from Florida. Like you just not in the same way.
Yes.
Of course.
No.
But like
Florida.
you
like,
talk to somebody that's from Florida, you know that.
It gets worse. There's Florida, and then there's Miami. I was gonna say, like, you cannot, like, you would not, like, when there's people from Miami or even like Fort Lauderdale, anywhere around there. That's where that's their life.
I had a
Like,
time in Fort
they live
Lauderdale.
that.
One time I went out there.
I went to Fort Lauderdale last year, man. Great place.
You
Yeah,
ever
it's
been
beautiful.
to Destin?
No, I keep hearing about it. You know, I'd never heard of Destin until I moved to Atlanta. I had never heard of it.
It was. I went in. Matter of fact, I think I went the same year I was telling you I went to that Chance the Rap concert. It was either that or the year after. I know I went to Destin, Florida. I was like 17 years old, 16 years old. One of those. I remember I went and I forgot to tell my mom I was going.
What?
Wait, were you from Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, how far of a drive is that?
To Destin?
How did you forget
It
to
was
tell
like
your mom?
8, 9 hours, something like that.
Wait, it's 8 hours?
Something like that.
Oh no, never mind.
8
I thought it was-
hours.
yeah,
I
thought
think
it was-
I can't really remember. It was a while ago.
I don't think
Like, I'm
it's 8
26.
hours.
I went at like 16. It was 10 years ago. So, but yeah, I forgot. So like, me and my mom have always had a relationship where it's like, you know, for the most part, as long as I communicated and stuff, I had all freedom in the world. Like everybody in the house know if I leave, we don't know when I'm coming back. Like I leave with a bag, stay at this friend house, stay at this friend house. I come back home for like a pit stop and I'm back out the door. I'm always gone. So we had like this little running joke, right? Where like I'll call her or she'll call me, and if one of us is like, "Oh, where you at?" then we'll say like somewhere far. Like she'll call me and like, "Hey, where you at?" and I'm like, "Oh, I'm in New York." Right? Or I'll call her. I'm like, "Hey, where you at?" She's like, "Oh, I'm halfway to Dubai." Right? And then boom, and then we talk like, okay, where you at for real? Boom, boom. Here's where the disconnect happened. Right? I want to go hang out with one of my guys, right? He hit me up. We was on the team together, went to school together. He hit me up. He's like, yeah, you can come by the crib and chill if you want to, get on the game, blah, blah. So I went by there. When I got there, everybody was packing. Like everybody was like, packing suitcase and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, where y'all about to go? They were like, oh, we about to go to Florida. I was like, okay, what part? Like Destin. We're going to Destin, Florida. I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when y'all leaving? They're like, oh, we're going to leave in the morning. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, you sure you know what I'm saying? It's cool for me to hang out here and I'm trying to get stuff together, blah, blah. He's like, nah, it's straight. Blah, blah, blah. So he walked off. 2 minutes later, he came back in and he was like, yo, you want to come with us? Absolutely. For sure. Absolutely. So he's like, all right, bet. Well, yeah, you can come with us. Bet. They had rented out like a van or something and all that. I'm like, okay, bet. Drove back to the house. They rode with me because I had to take my mom's car back to the house. Drove to the house. I was packed in like 14 minutes. Packed my bag, which I'm always leaving the house and being gone for days at a time. So packing up a suitcase easy for me. This is regular. Pack up the bag, swim trunks, all this stuff. Boom. Go over there. We hung out the rest of the day. And then the next morning at like 6 a.m., we got up, loaded into the van, and we leave. We go out there. Dog, I was in Florida for 2 days. Okay, already. My mom calls me. As soon as she started calling me, that's when I remembered I didn't tell her I was coming out here. Right? So
Like, I'm actually somewhere far.
So I answered the phone and I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, hey, where you at? I was like, oh, I'm in Florida. She's like, no, for real, you at? I'm like, nah, I'm in Florida. she's like, all right, I'm about to order food for the house. So I'm trying to figure out if you're gonna be back for real, so I can order you something, or you're not gonna get nothing if you keep playing. I said, hold on, give me 1 second. I took a picture in front of the beach and sent it to her because this is the only way she's gonna believe me. So I sent her the picture and I was like, open that message. She opened the message. She was like, where are you at? I said, I'm in Florida. I just told you twice. she's like, you wasn't gonna say nothing? Like, I'm like, I forgot. So how you forget to tell me you're going to another state? I was excited. Never been to Destin, Florida. I don't know if I had been to Florida before at that point.
Is that water nice?
The water?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I went, the water was very nice, and that's one of the reasons I remember it for real.
I was about to say you just don't want to go to like one of those beaches like who's that? Is it Daytona Beach? Whatever the ones that all the young Negroes go to. That's the ones you don't.
But yeah, so she was like, well, who are you there with? I'm like, I told him like, oh, you know, with the teammate and you know his family out here and all that stuff. She's like, well, you got money? I'm like, yeah, got a little something. She was like, well, how long you gonna be there? 2-3 more days. She said, all right, be safe. Hung up the phone, and that was it. Didn't even get in trouble.
I mean,
And had a blast. I had a blast every single day. Can't really go into the details about all the happenings and stuff, but we had fun. We had fun, chat. We had fun.
it's all about the principle. With anything in life, to be honest.
It was not about no principles that week. I'm not gonna lie. We had fun. We had fun though. We had a good time.
Well, we streaming? Are you streaming?
No,
Oh, okay.
that was just a reflex.
Oh, okay. Chat. Okay.
Chat. Yeah,
Okay,
reflex.
makes sense.
It's just a reflex.
Chat equals everyody.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Even in real life, normal conversations, I be talking to folks, and somebody say something crazy.
Just chat.
I just naturally, look. I look for a camera, like the '90s sitcoms or something, or like The Office.
Yeah.
I do that for real.
One of the greatest shows ever.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm trying to tell you.
I do that for real, like especially at Punch all the time, to where like someone say something, I just.
You watch The Office?
I've never like watched the.
Oh
Office.
man, you need to watch.
Yeah, you
it.
gotta watch The Office,
Bro, I was
think
about to
the
say
whole show-
like, like don't get me wrong, I love like.
I've been thinking about watching it
like skitcom shows, but like I just never like. And don't get me wrong, I love like white humor, like the table turns and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like it's stupid, but like I just never like. I think I watched like a season maybe.
Man, you listen. You got to start with season 1, episode 2, Diversity Day.
Why'd you skip the first episode?
Because like the first episode was like, you know how it is, like it's cool, but
Yeah.
like in my opinion,
It's the pilot episode, so
yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's like not reading the epilogue.
But not. I don't read epilogue. I get straight to chapter. Matter of fact, the book I gave this nigga. This nigga read the epilogue. He read the introduction. I'm like, nigga, I don't ever do that.
I do that.
Straight to chapter.
I want to know why he wrote this.
epilogues neither.
I want to know why he wrote this book for Phil. You feel me?
Favorite book series.
Series?
Favorite book series.
Or
favorite book.
I'm about to say I don't read enough to get through a series.
You never read the what was those in a series of unfortunate events? You never read those?
The last, I'm not even being dramatic. The last like book series I read was like, I used to love Arthur, the Aardvark. He used to have a book series written by Mark Brown.
I didn't know that.
Shout out Mark Brown. Yeah, he had 3 kids. He used to write his kids' names like in the different pages with the pictures on them. But yeah, Arthur had like basically every episode they made into a book for like the first like 2-3 seasons. So I had like hella Arthur books. Very very great series, but I don't read enough to be in this conversation.
Y'all never read like the Hidden Treehouse books or nothing like that in school, like or the Hardy Boys books.
I was not trying
No,
to read.
not Hardy Boys.
I read every single Hardy Boys book there is. I read all of them between my 4th and 5th grade year of elementary school.
I've never even heard of the Hardy Boys.
I
I'm saying, bro, I was not a reading ass nigga.
Yeah, I mean, it's never been my thing either. But like, Diary of a Wimpy Kid was big when I was young. So like, I read those books.
Wait, who?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You never heard of that?
No. Oh yeah. That's the. No, I think my Captain Underpants. Yeah.
Diary of the Wimpy Kid. It's the one that kind of like the
like
book
8
looks
books.
like somebody drew it.
No,
Like,
it's literally
yeah.
doodles.
The stick figures.
It's doodles.
Yeah.
100% doodles.
Okay.
Love
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
Underpants too, though.
Yeah, because matter of fact, they used to have that shit at the
book fair.
Boy, nigga, what?
I used to love book fair.
Rob the book
Man,
fair.
my parents
Rob the book fair.
Detroit ass niggas.
look. Hey, you'll know him when you talk to him.
But like, bro, what I tell you, like I would never take from someone, but it's something about like a.
Took from the library.
No, like, that's what I'm
Took from
saying.
everybody.
But look,
Public
no.
place.
I'm saying like if it's like a person, Like if I see you drop $100 bill, I'll give it to you.
I'm put my foot
But
on
like
that
a
thing.
corporation,
Or entity, yeah, I feel.
but see, that's what I'm saying. Even like that, like
See
I'll
you drop
give you your money
$100
back.
bill. That's. I'm not gonna block
But,
my
like,
blessing. I'm putting my foot on that thing.
Wow, you ain't
Put
shit.
my foot on that thing, okay,
Bro,
It depends. It depends on what. It depends on the state of what they look like. Like if you look like you got a couple more in there, oh, my
You
foot
good.
my foot going on that thing. You don't need it. You ain't even gonna know it's gone. If you look like that's your last $100, I give it back.
Now what if you know how people be like, oh, like what if you see someone homeless or someone struggling? What if they're God? What if or like an angel? You know, people be like, oh, what if that's an angel? What if you're reversed as well? And like that rich nigga was like, God, testing like, all right, if I drop this huncho,
See, that's what I'm saying. But
Well,
see,
you confuse me because I'm thinking that you specifically trying to bless me, and you, okay? Do you want me to take the blessing or block the blessing? What do you want from me?
See, that's-
look, I'm just human. I'm doing my best. I'm about to go spend half of it on diapers.
yeah,
you a dad? I forgot.
that's what I'm
See what I'm
saying.
saying?
But that goes back to the question of morality, to where like, what is my responsibility? Like, if someone was to drop this and I pick it up now, am I really wrong?
I've been waiting on this. There is a quote that I saw as a child that I can't even remember who said it. It was a quote I saw as a child that stuck with me my whole life. Probably around the same time I was watching Smallville, which, you know, I rewatched it recently and realized how much of my personality actually came from this show. The quote said, "Every man is guilty of the good that he did not do." And ever since then, anytime I have a chance to help somebody, I do it.
Yeah.
Like if I really can. But there's somewhere, and I'm not, you know, extremely versed in the Bible and stuff, but I know somewhere in the Bible it talks about, you know, giving and helping people, but it also talks about, you know, basically says like, don't be a fool and give the very last of your last, because you know, where does that leave you? You know,
see-
needing from somebody else.
I'm with you 100%. But see, like, it'd be like, so like throughout my day, you know what I mean? I do all type of stuff. Like, you know, I might sports bet. I might do this. Like, I make all
Rob
type
a
of
book fair.
hey, but look, I make all type of dumb purchases throughout the day and this and that, right? And let's say like I've spent $100 on just, you know, drinks or whatever, blah blah blah. When it comes to like a situation to where I can help somebody, even if I know that person isn't like in that same mindset, they wouldn't help me. I feel like me just putting that energy out there is allowing that energy to come back to me. So like, I don't know. I guess it's like that saying to where you don't do things and expect things in return. But at the same time, it's like we're living in this energy exchange world. You know what I mean? So like, if you come to me for help and I could help you, but I decide not to, I don't know who I might go to help for, and they could help me, but they decide not to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, karma. I've been thinking more so along them lines, like not doing something for the purpose of getting something. However, like I said, I look at things through a mathematical, numerical lens, and so I believe in balance. And like, y'all remember absolute zero? You know, a number is distance from 0. Like, I feel like, okay, like you said, if I consciously know I can help someone, they may actually help, and like I don't do it for them, I feel like I am planting some type of seed or fostering some type of energy that's gonna end up coming back. And I could be tripping, you know, but that's kind of like my moral. That's kind of like where my morality be like. Not like building up points or like credit, but I don't know. Like, I'm just a big believer in karma, because I feel like kind of like in chemistry, like when you balance equations, like, you know, energy can't be created or destroyed, so like it has to go somewhere. So like I feel like if I'm putting out dickhead energy, like it's gonna come back in some way. But if I'm putting out positive energy, it's gonna come back in some way. I don't know.
But in that aspect, I think like the Newton's laws of the every action has an opposite and equal reaction. Like I feel like that kind of play a part in it as well. Like I feel like it applies to more than just physics, right? And maybe not the opposite part, but the equal reaction part, I feel like plays a big part in that, right? Like you might have, because you know, you driving, you get to that little spot on the highway and you stop. And, you know, the folks is out there with the sign. I always wonder where they get the markers from. They out there with the sign, and then and it's like, you know, they want help and stuff like that. If I know I got a couple of dollars in my wallet, I'm always go in my wallet and do something to somebody. Some of them, hell, I could have 2 packs of fruit snacks in my passenger seat. If I got it, and I could have been waiting to get back to my car to get to them. But if I get to them, it's like, this is gonna do you more good than it's gonna do me. Like, I take them.
And that's
You know
my
what I'm
point
saying?
exactly. To where I'm saying, like, I spend it on whatever. Like I'm saying, like, I can put $10 into something that is extremely perishable to me, but like at the same time, like, what, I don't know what those $10 are going to be used for at the same time. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like it's just like it's like the sword, both sides of the sword. It's like, yeah, creating these weapons and stuff allow me to protect myself, but it's also like an instrument of evil. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't send somebody into something to where they have to tap into like those type of energies, whatever it is, you know what I mean, and expect them to just be able to relapse or be back to where that never existed. You know what I mean? Like not like trauma based, but like if I put myself in these situations to where I'm working out or I'm grinding towards something, if you solitude that kid, now he feels lost. You know what I mean? Like, see, and I had this conversation with my mans the other day to where like people and their kids, you know what I mean? Like how like people want their kids to be prodigies and this and that, and they like make them train or read every day, this, that. And yeah, you create good habits for that kid, or not good habits, but you create structure in his mind to how he does things or blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, depending on how you push or how you communicate these things, you're driving a wedge in that relationship between ex-parent and ex-child. Because he's going to remember my childhood was not like terrible, but it was controlled. I didn't get to pick. I didn't get to enjoy. I didn't get to blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, if your parents would have slacked on you or blah, 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 not put you in these things, you wouldn't have that discipline to accomplish certain things. So, like, it's such a double-edged sword with these things. Double-edged sword.
No, we'll try to keep away from the top part. Just it can like hear it, like when you're like, well, like yeah. Wait, we talk a little bit.
Yep.
See, your mic's kind of sensitive, but yeah. Would you? I guess like when you're talking, just I mean, of course, you don't move, but trying to move too much, like the mic, yeah, it's just picking up everything.
I got you.
It's also good. Break up the footage, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I feel you.
But I don't know. I feel like it's so, like, everything is nip and tuck. You know what I mean? Like, when I have kids, I don't want to give them no type of sugar because I know how we have addictive personalities. You know what I mean? Like, once I like something, even if I get away from it, it's always in the back of my head that I want that. You know what I mean?
So my only point on that is when people, okay, you ever heard the phrase keeping up with the Joneses? People want what people have.
Yeah.
Right? So like when you take something like that away, especially from a kid, it's like they're going to see other people with that thing. I think it's more so better to like be able to expose them to certain things and just teach moderation over completely taking it out. Because one thing that is consistent with people is that the kids or friends that we grow up with that had the most strict parents, like growing up and stuff, majority of them, when they finally get freedom, they take freedom to a whole nother,
and they despise it as well.
But they take that freedom and they go and do like they just get wild, like all this crazy stuff. But it's because you never had it, so you don't know how to do it in moderation. You just so happy that you have it.
Yeah. That's a great point, and especially because you're being a father, I feel like you would know better than us. And to that point, I feel like that plays more like back to the numerical aspect I was talking about of how I see it in my mind. Because I look at it like I feel like everything is balanced. How you said like how you said everything like life craves balance. I look at balance as like zero. I feel like you got like quote unquote negative numbers, positive numbers. Not saying negative actions, positive, but I'm just saying like different directions of like concepts and actions. So, as you were saying, when someone is strict, it's like, all right, someone strict on a number line or like a graph. Well, let's just say it's going super left, like negative numbers. Like once again, not saying it's negative or positive, but we're just going that way on the graph. Because of how life is and because everything is balanced, I feel like naturally that person is going to then, to make zero the average of their actions, they're gonna then go from super strict to super unstructured, like you said. And so yeah, but basically I'm saying like I agree with you, and I just like in my mind it like correlates to like numerical values, and I feel like y'all helped me realize that like I see everything in life like on a 0 number scale, almost like a graph, and like everything. Remember how on the graph, like you got that 0 point, yeah, and I feel like how you were saying with moderation, like I would agree. Like if I were, whenever I have a child, I would like to have that approach because I hadn't really thought about it like that. I hadn't heard it out loud. Like if you do end up taking everything, because I be wondering too, like when I become a parent, like with social media and phones and stuff, I'm like, all right, well, like if you don't give them a phone, they're gonna end up weird,
Despising it,
because like you said, like everyone around them has it, and so like they can end up being isolated if you just completely detach them from it. But then if you overexpose them to it, of course, there's the dangers. So I like the moderation.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that keeps you closest to absolute zero.
So there's actually a concept like to add on to that too. When you talk about that graph and that that absolute zero, right? Have you ever heard of regression to the mean?
Wait, regression to the mean?
Yeah, regression to the mean. Right, so you know what the mean
average?
is. Yeah, it's the average. Look, the mean, right? It's the
math words.
The mean it's the average number among a certain set of numbers, right? So boom, if I give you 6 numbers, right? If I give you 6 numbers and they're all 5s. Right, when you add all the 5s together to 6 5s, and then you divide 30 by 5, what do you get?
Wait, when you divide it by 6,
right?
30 divided by 5.
Oh, 6.
Sorry, 6. Yes, 30. Yeah, 30 divided by 6.
Yeah, 5.
So 5. Boom. Right. So that's the mean. So the concept of regression to the mean means that whether everything goes this way or everything goes that way, at some point it's always going to come back to 0.
Oh yeah, bruh.
That's regression to the mean.
See, I agree, but I don't agree at the same time. Like it's like I don't know.
This will
It's
podcast
weird
up your
because
thumb.
like but like I'm with you though. Like how you see it as a graph, I see it as like a pendulum, and like it's also like force. You know what I mean? It's about the mass and also how that force is delivered. Like we could have a disagreement, but how I approach it or how I approach you can mess up or take that in a different way. You know what I mean? Because of how I approached that situation or how I said something or how I raised my voice to someone. You know what I mean? That can mess up something that was a minuscule problem or something that we really didn't have a disagreement on. But now I have a disagreement or I have a problem with how you approached it. You know what I mean? So like it's never even usually, or it's never just the how or just the when. It's usually a combination of these things.
I feel you though. I think that even with that though, like, let's say we do have a disagreement though. Let's say we have a bad disagreement, like, because it's a whole lot of variables. But let's just keep it simple. Majority of the time, especially with guys, we might get into it. We might beef a little bit, but at the end of the day, typically a conversation gets had, and then most of the time the friendship be better off after that than anything else, because something that somebody say matter more to you the more that they matter to you. If a stranger tell you, hey, I don't like your favorite football team, I don't care him.
Good for you, pal.
But if somebody that you're real close to is trash talking your favorite team, knowing that it's your favorite team, it's gonna be like, well, damn, I don't like your team. Your team suck. How about that, right? And that situation, of course, shouldn't get too serious. But let's say that it does get there. At the end of the day, like, it's still gonna come back to that. It's still gonna come back to that 0. It's still gonna be the regression to the mean to come back here, because it's either gonna regress back to, okay, we're at 0 and we're good now, like this died down and it came back here, or it's gonna regress to, okay, this went so left that we don't talk anymore, right? So now you regress back to what it was that you were before we were friends. So in whatever aspect it is to come back to zero, you're always gonna come back to zero. And so the situations where I bring that phrase up the most to people is when they're going through something. So I always tell people, like, it don't matter how bad things get, at some point you're going to come back to the middle.
Yeah.
Right. And if you spent a whole lot of time with things being bad, when things finally do come back to the middle, after they come back to the middle, they have to go good. Right. And if things are going great for you, at some point you're going to come.
No. I'm with you. I agree. But I'm saying, like, once again, it's that energy aspect. Like, I feel like it's one or two ways that you can always go. If you allow that energy to manifest, like music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to someone like Juice WRLD all day, you know what I mean? And he's talking about this, that, my life is so sad and this and that. Not only do you like believe it, like your cerebral believes it, but you start to manifest more thoughts each and every day. Like, I remember when you was going through I'm trying to stop complaining. Like, don't complain about anything. And I started to notice how much I look at something and I complain. You know what I mean? Or like, not complain, but you can look at anything and have a problem with it. Or you could create a problem. But like, I don't know. It's it's weird because, like.
Well, okay. So I still don't think I still don't think that would end up being a situation where things don't come back zero, you know? Because, like, you can be sad. You can go through a long period of being sad, but nobody's going to stay sad forever. So, like, at some point, you're going to be fine. You know, at some point, you're going to be happy. So, like, is there a time limit that we put on it? Because when I say that phrase, I don't put a time limit on it. You could have a bad year.
Right. What?
And then that next year could be one of the greatest years of life, or it could just be zero. It could just be an average. Everything could be okay. There was some good stuff that happened. There was some bad stuff that happened. It was just, well, you just got through that year regular. And the next one might be the greatest one or shit. It might go bad again. And the year after that, it might be the best one. But I think at some point, because there isn't anybody who's gonna get happy and just stay that happy forever, or somebody's gonna be sad or angry and stay that sad or angry
Fleeting
forever.
emotions, for
Like,
sure.
we're not built to be able to do that. We're not even wired to hold grudges for real. Like,
It's something you meant to.
yeah, like you have to, at some point, you're forcing yourself to keep holding on to a grudge that you are, because at some point you don't feel that in your heart no more. Emotions are temporary.
See, that's also what I was saying.
Well,
I was gonna say,
go ahead.
no, but I'm saying that's also what I'm saying. Like, people who, like, that's more of like wishing it upon yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like be like, oh, like, sad boy this, or like, if I'm rock or emo or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like you're bringing that upon yourself. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what I was saying. But the same thing with, like, your example.
Well, do you think let's say someone had a loved one murdered in cold blood in front of them. Do you think that person, even and now this is an extreme example, so it kind of does go away from because basically the point I'm making is, like, I do agree with you that like once again, looking at it from a mathematical standpoint, I feel like dealing with your average or fairly average human, most of us, like, if we're looking at it from a huge data pool, most of us are gonna live our life where everything goes to absolute zero, like our emotions and things. I do think, because me and my best friend, we had this conversation a few years ago. I do think, and of course, like you said, like, you're gonna have people, it's impossible to be happy all the time or sad all the time. I do feel like you're gonna have some people who live more in a happy, joyous state, and they are probably more on that, like, if this is absolute zero, they're more trending this way. And then you have people who are fairly upset their whole life. I think about someone maybe who's in prison or something, whose life kind of, you know what I'm saying, they might, and of course they may find little moments of joy, but I feel like those are the data. But I do feel like the data always ends up, like, you're going to have your extreme principles on both sides, but I do feel like it always hovers back to absolute zero. I do feel like that.
And I also feel like that, like, depending on, like, what kind of life it is that you live, like, that zero isn't in the same spot for everybody. if that makes sense. Like you said, like let's say it's somebody who they do something crazy and they get a life sentence at 15 years old. Like your normal is now not like the regular
Your
normal,
perspective and
right?
everything.
Yeah.
So your zero isn't like the regular zero for the average
Yeah.
15-year-old, right? So now your zero is I went through my day and I didn't get a whole lot of money on my books, but I also didn't get stabbed today, right? Is your zero
That's
now?
what you can always look at the good. That's the truth. Okay, let me ask y'all this: do you think that there's situations where there is no correct answer? Like in the I guess, or the situation when I was thinking of when I just thought about that, it's like you heard about the thing that El Mencho, how he just got like how they just killed him. Anyways, just give you a little bit of
Cartel.
yeah. I was about to say give you a little bit of.
One
Let me
group of
paint the
people I would
picture.
never fuck with.
I was gonna say that's what I said. Hold on, let me
Ever.
paint the picture for you. So El Mencho and his cartel is worth over $50 billion or something like that. A lot of money. Like they have beyond money. But like you said, how these cartels not run, but how they're conducted these days, and how much money is going through them, how many people, how many soldiers that they have. Ever since they've killed him, it's become like a war zone. You know what I mean? Like they're burning down this, that, blah, 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 attacking people, attacking cops. In a situation like that, obviously we're going to pursue this man and blah, blah, blah. But these governments and stuff are aware of retaliation for going against certain cartels and stuff. So it's like you put certain things in danger trying to stop other imminent danger. So like, is there ever like a situation to where, because diplomacy and stuff and like situations like that don't really happen, to where it's like, hey, I mean, I guess Pablo Escobar, but like stuff like that doesn't really happen. So what is the right answer for that? Because he's not going to stop selling his drugs. He's not going to stop doing X, Y, Z. You can't have conversations with these people about stuff like that.
You ever seen the show 24? You know, well, it's kind of an older show. Long story short, it's about this guy who works for the government, but they're faced with these literal types of situations of like, all right, these people have some nuclear gas, and they're threatening to set it off in a popular shopping mall in LA. Do you go after these people, but they've threatened that if you come after them, that they're gonna kill like someone's loved one in their family? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you try to save potentially 3,000 people and let the family die? You know what I'm saying? Or do you go after the family, try to save those 3 or 4 people and risk potentially losing? That's where my mind went when you said that.
And me too. Okay, because me too. Because I was thinking the same scenario. For real.
So I'm not crazy. Okay.
Yeah, nah. Because that's you know, like that's one of the things. It's like that's one of those situations that really will test you, like your moral compass. For real, it's like, well, like what I know what the right thing to do is here.
Well, what do you think the right thing?
The right thing to do in that situation, I feel like, is to save the 3,000, because the same way that you have that 1 or 2 loved ones that you have, this is 3,000 people who also have all of those loved ones that you have, and those people have them too. So when you're looking at what the right thing to do in that situation is, like you're looking at 3,000 to 6,000, because if we say each one of those 3,000 people have one person outside of this situation that cares about them, now you're looking at devastating over 6,000 people, or I guess 3,000, because the other 3,000 get caught up in the gas. But even still, right? It's like, right. So that would be the right thing to do. But is that what I'm gonna do?
I was gonna say that's
because if it's these 3,000 people or my son, I'm sorry, y'all.
That's what I'm saying. It's more.
I'm gonna get started writing 3,000 letters because I'm not picking y'all over my kids.
Or what if you can maybe say both? Try to. You know that would my thought would be what.
I just think it's because now where do we get to where you can be greedy? You know what I mean?
Right.
So where now you jeopardize both.
Because and that's
you know what I mean?
Because I'm under the impression that
I'm with you though.
It's a situation
I would love to do that.
Right, but in the same sense, and I guess this comes from watching the show. Who's to say that? Okay, so like if this is a real scenario, I gotta frame this. So if this is a real scenario, who's to say that you could trust that even if you were to go out, you know what I'm saying? Okay, kill my family. Who's to say they're still gonna let off the gas?
I agree.
You know, it's because when you said like you know what the right answer is, I'm like, well, damn, I wonder what people think the right answer is because I feel you on the greed sense, but then it's like you're also assuming that the other people who have these lives tied up in their hands will somehow now be honest. So I guess to the ultimate question of like Wes's, I think to Wes's question, sometimes I don't know if there's a quote right answer. I think because in that scenario,
There's this answer and there's that answer.
yeah, and it's like it's because like you said, the closer it gets to you, if that's your family, you 3,000 letters, you know,
Yeah.
but. If I'm viewing this from afar and I don't know anybody involved in a hypothetical situation, you know, of course you're gonna, yeah, man. What do y'all think, internet?
Yeah, look, I'm trying to and see if you put it like that, like if you put me in a room and you say, hey, this button is gonna destroy this person's family, or this button is gonna kill 3,000 random people, I'm not pressing this button for the 3,000 people. If it's just random, I don't know any of these people. Like, right? Because that make it easier because now it doesn't involve you.
But see, that goes back to what you were talking about with numbers. Because, like, once again, like you said, like because like you said, the greater good is usually particular perspective. Like you said, if my son is involved or someone that I know, I'm more likely to lean in that side, even if the number is bigger. But once again, just because the number, the quantity, I can save more, that sounds like the right decision. So, like, I guess that goes back to like the chart. Like I feel like saving the more people leans more on that good side of that chart instead of the bad side. But like once again, you never. What if one of those people were like some kid who will solve cancer down the line or something? Like you know what I mean? Like we never know with these people or with the chain effect, chain reaction of certain actions.
Yeah, because it's like in a situation like that, my love for my child is way bigger than my want to do the greater good.
The love for your morality.
People. Yeah, like
which is weird. I was going to say because like once again that goes back to where like all of this is taught, but like once again you have core emotions. Mm-hmm. There's core things you want to protect. You want to protect yourself, that morality, that. So once again, it turns and shifts. Like all of these things, we have like a image in our head of where we want to be or what we want to do. But like you literally drop one little caveat into that equation, and everything can change. To where it was like, you know what I mean? Like I love this person XYZ or blah 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 blah, but he's already terminally ill. You know what I mean? Pull the plug. You know what I mean? It's situations like that to where. Did I throw away a part of my morality for that? Or did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
Lord forbid I ever got to be in a situation like that.
I've been in a situation like that. I was about to say.
I've been there.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to, or what I've learned is that I have to see what is Wes telling me versus what do I think the actual like God wants me to do. Or like, what is the actual correct thing to do? You know what I mean? Because like, these are the two conflicting dualities that I battle with each and every day.
But do you think, like, I guess back to your question, do you think that every situation has a correct answer?
No.
Okay.
Nah.
Because once again, I'm gonna ask just for the sake of I know this will be a real. Ask people at home. Once again, situation. You have knowledge that terrorists have a gas that they are going to let off in a shopping mall that could kill 2,000 to 3,000 people.
Let's call it 3,000.
Let's say 3,000 people.
Up it.
How they also have a family of 3 people in a room. You can either save, I can say hold them hostage. Let's say I need to fucking frame this. They have a family of 3 hostage as well.
Hostages.
You can try to save the family. If you save the family, your family You say your family?
Yeah, your family.
Let me just fucking restate this.
Because it has to be. It has to.
Be personal.
You should damn near up. Well, not even make it personal. You could up the ante with like making the family like, make it like some officials like family. Like
No. It's got to be. Yeah, it got to be personal.
Okay.
It got to be personal. Because if it's two groups of people they don't know, everybody's gonna pick to save the majority of people.
Right. Okay, you're right. Okay.
But I guess what I was getting at is if these people die, it can cause more worldly. Like once again on the bigger scale type thing. Like I said, if we was to kill his family or like his family was to come over here and he dies, now that causes more tension between XYZ.
I still think the person route would probably be better though.
Yeah, for the sake of the real. Yeah. All right, so terrorists have.
Find it. Find it. You got it.
It's funny because every reel I post or whatever, like the one I posted yesterday, these things take takes.
Yeah, it's not. Hey, I understand.
All right, terrorists have a gas that will kill 3,000 people in a shopping mall. They also have your family hostage in a room. You can choose to try and save one of them. What do? Do you save your family? 3,000 people die, or do you save those 3,000 people and your family potentially dies? Like I said, I'm trying to save them all. But yeah, but once again, we'll have our answers. Okay, that's how production works. All right.
Real life though.
Crazy.
Yeah, morality, man. It's a funny. While we're on this subject, it's funny because we live in such in this internet world, man. Virtue signaling is a real thing, and it's just funny. It's not funny. I'll say it's ironic how, like, in my opinion, as we get more, I guess, educated on things, if you want to say that, like as we become more informed on things, as technology gets smarter, it's like I feel like there are populations of people who feel like because we have knowledge, we have to kind of stand up for a lot of things. And with that, you can end up contradicting yourself a lot. Prime example.
I agree.
People can be talking about slavery or any kind of, like, I guess, work-related issues, or just any kind of, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know where I can think of the word. Not tragedies, but human
Prejudice.
Yeah, what's the shit that Martin Luther King was fighting for? Fuck, injustices. All types of injustices.
Shout out MLK.
Yeah. People can be like tweeting from their phone or on Instagram and like against slavery and things, and it's just like, oh, well, how was your iPhone made? Or like when I hear people look at like the robots and like the Waymos, and they're like, oh, this is taking people's jobs. I'm like, yeah, but it also, what about the niggas who had to get jobs to make the vehicles? I don't know. It's just, this is kind of off. This is like a little tangent, but since we were just speaking about the internet and these type of things, I just think it's morality. I just think we're in such a place now where it just seems like there are so many social warriors standing up for so many causes, and it's hard to stand up for multiple causes and really be informed. I guess this is my message. It's hard to be. It can be a challenge to stand up for multiple causes and be super informed on them, because it's like, how much time do we have in a day, and how moral are you really if you look at every aspect of life? Because like I said, my greatest example is the iPhone. You can talk about justice all you want. If you're sending that shit out from a smartphone, especially an iPhone, I mean, it probably wasn't made the most ethical way. Just saying.
Or your Jordans, anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like the people protesting to stop cutting the trees down, but they're using paper signs.
Hey, but real life though. But like at least though. But like
I'm gonna fuck them up with this one.
That's facts, but at the same time, what you want them to type up a PDF, a PowerPoint?
Got electronics now. You better airdrop it in the park.
Literally. But no, that's real though. That's what I'm saying. To where I feel like so many things in life have such a weird duality to it. To where I'm like, I'm trying to protect this, but at the same time, I'm harming it with certain things that I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's damn near a lot of things that you do to where like that situation or like the example I was giving with the kid. Like if I'm working on my kid to be Tiger Woods or whatever, you know what I mean? I put a club in his hand from 2-3 years old. If he lashes out about it at 7, then maybe I should chill, regress to the mean. You know what I mean? Instead of pushing him harder or I'm not going to accept failure. I'm not going blah blah blah. Like it's certain things that you say to people that stick differently to them because of X, Y, Z or the situation or even how they see you. You know what I mean? Like I'll always remember how you looked at me and said X, Y, Z.
Yeah. And it's like, see, when it comes like, because I'm okay. So I'm now on the opposite side, of course, because like I have a son now. Like personally, like I wish that my parents would have like actually like put me like really like put me in sports earlier on, right? But just because like but that's because I fell in love with sports later on and wish that I would have been able to do it longer, right? But that easily could have changed if they did put me into sports when I was little and was like, no, you have to do this. Because I also have played sports. I've played football and ran track with a lot of people who, you know, they ended up getting burnout by the time, you know, we were getting to college and all that because it's like, they've been doing this shit since they was a kid.
Grinding.
And with no choice in it. And it's like, you've been doing this shit since you was a kid. For me, I didn't start doing sports for real till like 8th grade. I think technically I played football in 3rd grade, but shit, I was just there.
That's just Little League, everybody's the GOAT.
Yeah, I was just there for real. I looked good in the equipment. That was it. 8th grade is when I actually like started playing for real. So it was like, you know, for me, like all that excitement that they felt as children doing sports and stuff for the first time, like I was catching that for the first time years later. Right, so I never really got burnt out. I just got hurt. So
Damn.
yeah,
That can
so
happen too, though.
yeah, true.
I was gonna say, like, I remember it was a kid who someone had dived into his leg, but snapped his leg at like 8-9 years old. He was like, I just really just don't have the desire to play anymore, and something like that will do that to you. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you don't really love the game.
And that was part of it for me too. Because even after I got hurt, when I got better, I could have went back and played. But I'm like. But shit, then I started thinking like, damn, what if I have a kid and they want to play sports? I want to be able to actually get up and show them and be active with them and shit like that. Yeah. And I care more about that now before I even have the kid than I do about, you know, going to do that shit myself. Like I want my son to be able to come and get me and say like, hey, can we go play catch? And be like, bet, and take my ass out to the field with him and throw some routes and shit like that. Like those moments mean more to me. Real. And even more so now that the fact that I know that I can go and do that, right? When he gets older, if he's like, I want to play football, I might cry. I might cry. I might shed some tears. I'm gonna go buy all that shit immediately. Cleats, football, all that. We finna go outside and we finna go have some moments and
but stuff
and
like
we gonna
that
see
too.
where it goes.
I was gonna say stuff like that too, to where like once you see someone has picked something, like as a kid, I feel like a lot of parents and stuff try to force something or like certain principle, whatever. It could be literally anything, religious, blah blah blah. But like, not even just from the conversation that we were just having about how people can like want to run away from it. It's more of like people start to question it. You know what I mean? Like, why are you so adamant about X, Y, Z? Like, that's something I've heard all the time or a lot now. To where it was like, if it wasn't pushed so hard, then I wouldn't have cared. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get that because like it's certain things that like certain people say to me, like, oh, go get these shots, go do this, go do that. And I'm like, why are you so adamant? Or like selling, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're selling something to somebody, no matter what it is, you can't be too aggressive because the more aggressive, it feels like you need me or you're trying to make me feel like I need you.
Yeah, and it's that like, why does it matter so much to you? And that's
it's such a weird. It's the smallest line of all time. I promise you.
Yeah, and at this day and age, like I think people are naturally a lot more cynical than they used to be. Oh, cynical means, in layman's terms, not trusting the integrity of other people, Like, you might do good for the sake of doing good, but naturally you feel like anytime anybody else is doing good or doing for you, it's because they have ulterior motives or they want something out of you.
Okay, see, that's another thing. So like, I think I'm a pure souled guy. You know what I mean? Like, I do, like, everything I try to do is purely out of love. Or I try to act out of love in whatever situations. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like if you were my coach, you know what I mean? The way that you communicate with certain people or act a certain way, this and that, there is certain level of, like, compatibility that I'm trying to get to, or a certain level of companionship in certain situations. You know what I mean? So it's not like you do it for X, Y, Z, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, the things that you do for your mother or try to set up when you're about to go see your mother is different than what you would do for a friend or something else, to where it's not that I do this just for, I want our relationship to be whatever, but it's also like a learned thing. You know what I mean? We take care after our people. I look out for this. I do that for this. Like, once again, like your mom calling, I'm just calling to see if you want to eat with us or you're going to be here to eat with us later in the night. These certain things or these certain patterns are like what make those relationships.
Like that.
Because I know when like, so like I was just saying, I'm not going to get into the whole story, but I got blacked out drunk. Completely left my friends and everything. Like, we Ubered together and I don't know what happened. Like I said, I blacked out. But the whole point is, look, so I come back to consciousness and I have my mom on the phone. I just say help. That's all I remember. And I
think you told me this story before.
I remember her helping me down the stairs. But once again, my whole point is, like, I'm not alive at that point. The conscious was, he was gone. Even the subconscious, the only person, I called my mom like 3 times. That's what I'm saying. It's certain things that we attach to that we feel safe at. You know what I mean? And it's not even like a cultivating of the relationship all the time. Like, you know, like, some people's moms don't really show them love in certain ways, but at the same time, they'd be like, damn, this is what I think this relationship was supposed to be. So now they're chasing it in certain or other things. Or they attach more into their other parent. Or they'll be like, oh, my older sibling is really like my father figure to me. So I don't know. I feel like it's interesting.
Yeah. Shit crazy. Shit. We just figuring it out, man.
Does anybody have the time?
Phone over there.
405.
Okay. We gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, look, hey, you got anything
I was
else?
about to say.
Yeah, just some quick hitters. What's one thing that white people do? Let me say this. What's one thing that white folks do that makes you laugh?
The smile.
Bruh, that was my answer. Bruh, you talking about this? You talking about this?
No, but
Nigga, that was my answer.
bro, but listen, it has degrees to it though. Like, you know, the ones that show the teeth too, those be the funny ones as well.
I was gonna say speak Spanish.
What?
Oh, really?
Cause they don't really. It's like they don't typically try to. I don't know if I would rather them try to get the accent with the words or not.
Oh, when they try to like roll the R and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable.
me too. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't something I'm aware of, but yeah.
And I grew up like my best friend I've been friends with since we were 9 years old. Like, he's Hispanic, you know. So like, I grew up around a lot of Hispanic people. The first time I ever drunk alcohol in my life, it was with them. It was with Hispanic folks. Modelo was first thing in my hand. It was the first one. Okay, I went through my whole freshman year of college, didn't drink at all, didn't go to no parties, nothing. So it was just school and track. That was it. Came back home, hung out there one time. I'm lit. Okay, so I'm around the culture a lot. So when I'm around the white folks and they decide that they want to try to throw some accent onto the words, or they don't know how to say the word correctly and all that, and it just sound, they just pour mayonnaise all over the culture. And I just,
You know what else kills me? When they try to relate in certain ways, but like badly. You know what I mean? Like, as in, like, it'd be like,
Start going into white folks.
no, it's not. But it'd be like,
yeah, man, I lost my job. Oh yeah, my dad had to fire somebody the other day. I feel you,
bro. But listen, yeah, or like it'd be like a situation. You'd be like something about my dad. This, that. Oh, your dad was in your life? Like, oh, like what? But I had a certain situation I'm not gonna bring up, but like it'd be stuff like that to where like, what are you insinuating?
Hey.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of prejudice was behind that statement?
Yeah, you
But
know what it
I mean,
was.
that happens though. You know what I mean? It could be in a joking manner or whatever, but like, I think it's real funny when like, especially white people in particular, be like they bring up something that they know is like kind of like traumatic, and like try to make like it like. So how is this for you?
I think the worst time to interact with them was during like when the Black Lives Matter movement started. I think that was the worst time to interact with them. They was all on the internet with the BLM in black paint on their face and with the songs.
I've
and
never
throwing
said the N-word.
and throwing the fist up
one
and
kills
all.
me
And
too.
I was just like, yo, just say it, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Just say it.
That one kills
just
me.
get it out a couple
But, like,
times. Go ahead.
I love that though. I love the over loving. You know what I mean? At least it's in the good direction.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But at the same time, just
But yeah,
I appreciate it though. I do appreciate it.
if you want to look, if you want to help film a gas tank up real quick, just take the paint off.
man, what a time to be alive, man.
Yeah. 2020 was a time.
I ain't gonna lie. I think about maybe about like 6 months ago, I saw someone with the Black Matter flag, like, you know, at the light. It was like 2-3 people.
I feel like that wave is done.
2025.
I feel like that wave is done. If y'all had to name your top 3 favorite athletes, not greatest athletes, but just favorite, who would they be?
Steph Curry. Steph Curry is up at the top for me for sure.
Okay.
Give me Cam Newton.
I like that pick.
Love Cam.
His weird ass.
Yeah, love Cam Newton.
Raymond Lewis.
Give me Cam Newton. Give me LeBron. Love LeBron. Always love LeBron. And give me
My third one, I'm going Dirk. Dirk's career is beyond underrated, and once again, still probably the greatest run to the finals and win it all. But I think Dirk's career is very underrated.
I need a third. That's hard. Just 3 is difficult.
It is. I should have went 5. We can go 5.
We can go 5. I can work with 5. I can work 5.
I could throw Michael Phelps in there as well.
If we can go 5, give me Cam Newton, give me Bron, give me Vic, give me Mike Vick. Give me Can I put one fictional athlete in there? Just one. Give me Rocky Balboa.
That's a great one.
That was great.
You know what's crazy?
Give me Rocky
You know what's
Balboa.
crazy? I was just about to say Muhammad Ali. And like you say Rocky Balboa, like Rocky Balboa, even though he's not real, like for some reason, like I have him like he's
Me
like
too.
almost
Love
a
Rocky
real
Balboa.
fighter in my
So
head.
give me Cam Newton, give me LeBron, give me Mike Vick, give me Rocky Balboa, and give me Usain Bolt.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my 5.
Okay, I got LeBron. I got Steve Smith. This is no particular order.
I love Steve Smith. Steve
Short
Smith
man
is a dog.
syndrome to the max.
Steve Smith is a
Carolina
dog.
Panthers. Yeah.
You know him and Cam, they just broke the silence. They just sat
Yeah,
down
yeah,
together on the
yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
I
yeah,
still gotta watch it.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it
Pretty
yet.
good podcast.
Watch it.
I do love Steph because I can say this being from North Carolina, and I hate to be one of these niggas. I love Steph before the tournament run, before the NCAA tournament run. I remember Steph's sophomore year. They played NC State in December in Charlotte, and he went crazy before the tournament run. Anyway, Steph probably got to be up there, but see. I got to go different sports. Let me get y'all basketball and football real quick, because I got to get these people up. We're going to go LeBron, Steph, Kendall Marshall, Andre Miller, and then like Kobe and Vince Carter are like tied. Yeah, but
Hey, you're not gonna mention T-Mac and mention I'm sorry. T-Mac is one of my
no,
guys.
I'm talking about favorite. You know, I was never a T. It's crazy, like, cause like it's like just how niggas love Paul George. I feel like I feel like the same niggas that love T-Mac. Like,
Yes, I'm a big Paul George fan.
They pass on to Paul George. Not that I don't like respect him. And I just nothing about their game relates to me. You know what I'm saying? They're athletic. They can shoot, dunk, and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Vince Carter, for me growing up, being from North Carolina, growing up in the '90s, the first Carolina teams I saw play was Antoine Jameson, Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying? And Vince Carter, like, if you're 7 years old, you see that's your Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was doing.
He's the greatest dunker of all time.
Yeah, without debate. Yeah,
there's no
but
doubt.
yeah, and then Steve Smith. If we're going football players, Steve Smith, Julius Peppers. It's just gonna be a bunch of Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna be honest.
You gotta have Cam in there.
Well, no, actually, no. Steve Smith, Julius Peppers, Sean Taylor. R.I.P.
Ooh,
man.
Sean, yeah, love
Cam, probably a little Cam. And honestly, bro, I love Jake Delhomme.
Hold on. Question. Who
over
do you...
Luke.
Jake
Over Luke?
Delhomme.
Jake Delhomme.
Over Luke. Luke
Yeah.
Kuechly?
Well, I love. Like I just throw all the Panthers in there. We just.
Who do y'all think is the greatest safety of all time? Because I feel like 5 people can make an argument.
You said 5 people can make an argument.
Yeah, in
so
my opinion.
so Troy Polamalu,
Definitely Troy.
Ed Reed, Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott. Hey, LOB. I feel like he don't get his credit that he deserves.
Was
Because
it Earl Thomas or Earl Thomas?
Earl.
Okay.
But I love Cam. Cam was an oversized linebacker though.
He damn near played in the box half the game.
Boy, I'm telling
But Cam was that guy.
Well, what about John Lynch?
John Lynch was crazy, but he's more in the box.
Let me think.
John Lynch was a linebacker.
He's more in the box. That's what I'm saying. He was a tackler.
John Lynch was a linebacker.
But like, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Ed
Safeties
Reed
was also probably
can make.
Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Dawkins is up there.
So I wouldn't replace. Well, I would put him there over John Lynch, Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
So who did I say? Troy Polamalu, A. Reed, Ronnie Lott. You said Earl Thomas.
I said Earl.
You
That's
said
just one of
Earl.
my favorites.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna throw Brian Dawkins in there.
You name the 4 I was talking about. I feel like Troy can make an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Ed is the best argument in my opinion. Just like his west to east, he can go anywhere. Blah blah blah. But Ronnie Lott is
Damn near similar to what's his name, Jerry Rice. Like, I might not like his game, like watching it the most, but his stats are stupid.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, last question. Man, it's been good, man. I wish we could do more, but you know, gotta go to the place where we all met.
About to say, gotta go make the cheese, man.
If I'm gonna leave anybody with anything else before we go,
I was
real
gonna say
quick,
last quote.
real quick. Worrying is nothing but a wish for something that you don't want. Let's cut that shit out.
Okay.
A principle I've been trying to live by these days that I'm working on each and every day, like the small wins, is to continue to not open doors that I cannot close. To where it's just, you know, not even just like back to like the addictive personalities and stuff, but like once you've allowed something inside, it's way harder to get it out. So like, yes, don't cage yourself, be open to things, but once again, know that the repercussions of what you allow.
Okay. I would say we all out swam over 1 million sperm cells to get here. You got to ask yourself the question, why were you so motivated to get here? It's been good, man.
Are you the winner or are they the losers?
Both. Second place ain't nothing but the first loser. Okay, be number 1.